Yeah, Brian, first few days in Helsinki and in Finland, how's it been for you?
Yeah, the transition's been super easy, actually easier than expected. I knew it was going to be very North American. Everyone speaks very good English. The players been great. Coaching staff's been awesome. The transition, couldn't be better for me. So I'm enjoying getting over the jet lag now, and hopefully we can get to work soon.
Did you do any homework before coming here about Finland or the life over here?
Yeah, I know that obviously the sauna thing is pretty big. I love coffee. I'm an avid coffee drinker, so I also knew that they drink a lot of coffee. I think about 4 times as much as North Americans, and those 2 things were probably the biggest. But I'm open to new things, and Helsinki is such a historic city that I'm looking forward to learning more about it and walking around and experiencing new things.
Have you been able to try the sauna over here at the rink?
I have. It's one of the nicest saunas I've ever been in. So that was the facilities in general are awesome, and that sauna is world class. So just another thing that's it's an added bonus.
Your last season ended in May, and this season started already in mid-July. How did you kind of work your training out in the summer?
Yeah, definitely you have to be conscientious of, make sure you get enough rest, but then again, you have to get adequate amount of training in so you don't have any injuries, in the season. So I stayed off the ice a little bit more than I used to. Didn't skate too much leading into camp, but it's nice that this week, they give us a week just to, ease into the skating. But I focus on just weightlifting and making sure that all the injuries I had were gone and you're 100% healthy coming into camp now. So it's really nice that they had the first week where you can ease into it. They're optional practices, take your time getting into it, and then we'll start the heavy stuff on Monday.
How do you feel about starting the season so early? The first game is already in August 23rd.
Yeah, well, I like playing. I think any player will tell you that they like playing more than practices. So that's encouraged for me. I'm looking forward to getting the season underway. So the sooner the better. And obviously I have some preseason games coming up here, but I'm excited to get the regular season underway.
This is your first season in Europe. What are you expecting the most out of this year?
I think just the experience of traveling in different cities that I've ever been to, and obviously it's one of the best leagues in the world, the second best league in the world. So that's, awesome. Obviously from a hockey standpoint, you can't ask for anything more. The travel is going to be awesome, but the style of play as well, that's something that, is really suitable to my game. So I'm looking forward to that, the way everyone plays. It's a puck possession league. So that's probably the most exciting thing for me coming over here.
What did you know about Jokereista as a club before coming here?
Obviously, it's a storied program. Yari Curry, everyone knows about him. But there's a lot of really good players that have come through the program, so everyone knows about them. Timu Solani, Taravani, and guys like that. So it's a storied program, and playing for them is obviously a privilege. So I'm something that I'm going to look forward to and take very seriously.
What's your impression been now that you have been here for a couple of days?
I think it's better than expected. Obviously, I haven't heard of one bad thing about Helsinki as a city and Joker as an organization, and everything's been just as good or if not better than expected. So I'm excited to be here, and I'm really ecstatic about the city. And obviously, away from the rink, it's really important, and there's nothing to complain about away from the rink. And obviously, when you get to the rink, it's first class as well. So the overall experience on ice, off ice has been just awesome.
What about you? How big is this year going to be for you? Playing first year in Europe and obviously playing in the North American rinks for a number of years.
Yeah, you want to get off to a good start. Obviously, it's going to be a transition, getting used to it, but I think it's definitely harder going from a big rink to a small rink compared to a small rink to a big rink, especially for a player like myself. So that's something that I'm looking forward to, and I think it'll be an advantage for me. Obviously, I haven't played too many games on an Olympic-sized sheet, but that'll be a little bit of an adjustment period. But after that, I think I'll be able to get used to it pretty quickly.
Okay. Hope everything works out. Thanks a lot, Brian.
Thank you.